The best thing I found about University of Brighton, personally for me, was being able to do a placement year within my course. Also on top of that was obviously the nightlife, the beachfront, the diversity of people, like how everyone was different and that everyone was really like welcoming.
And I would say the best thing about being at Brighton University, additionally, is the placement opportunity. It led on to so many different things for me and Emily, actually. I think the diversity as well, because you meet so many different people, you meet so many new friends, and also the sport as well. So I'm quite a keen sportsman, so I ended up joining American football. Best decision I made in my life, and I now actually play for Kent County.
On my course, I particularly enjoyed doing more the softer skills, so like the marketing, the PR, more human-related courses. There was a lot of options to do that as well. It wasn't all like economics and finance, so I felt there was a lot of a range, so what you could decide what you wanted to do.
I think for me, the choice for you to be able to choose where you'd like to take your studies. So for example, I chose a module based on consumer psychology, which is about understanding why people do the things they do and how they do it. And for me, it was one of the best modules probably the best module I've done at university. I've got the best grade in it at university in my 3 years. And it just opens your mind slightly for you to understand different things, and it can help if you want to, to decide where you'd like to go in your career. So definitely the broad choice of modules available.
I'd say when I first came into the University of Brighton, I obviously knew that I wanted to succeed in business, but wasn't totally sure what area of business I wanted to go to. So then since obviously having the option to do the placement, that then firmed up and made me realise what I wanted to do and my career path, and that was going from sales, choosing a sales path, and that's now where I have resulted up into now in my career.
Slightly similar for me, because I think before I came to the University of Brighton, I had an idea that I wanted to work in business, specifically sales. And as I progressed through university and actually going on to getting a placement, it definitely reassured me and firmed the idea in my mind that I wanted to work in sales. And I actually, after doing my placement, then went on to find a job. Actually started at the same time as Emily here, and I do work in sales actually for a company. They work in IT and provide solutions for a number of accounts, and I work in sales internally.
I did a placement at the University of Brighton. I worked at Computer Centre, which is one of the largest European software and solutions IT company. I worked within the service management division and managed to continue my contract for a further 3 months to follow my career path within sales, and decided to work as more of an account management role. Now I currently work at Spencer Ogden, which is a recruitment company specialising in the oil and gas sector. The story behind it is that Spencer Ogden is also founded by the company Computer Centre, so there was a link there. So by having a placement at Computer Centre, it gave me the stead to do well in the interview and therefore show my experiences and my knowledge of the sector.
So I also did a placement during my course at University of Brighton. I actually ended up working at a company called General Electric in the healthcare division, and my story behind that is very long-winded, but to cut it short, I applied for so many and actually ended up at GE because I applied because we have the same initials as my name. I just applied and I managed to get it. I never knew who GE were until I actually got the job, and then I realised that they were quite a large multinational company. I worked in sales where I supported a number of externals who went out in the field and sold all healthcare products from cuffs to x-ray machines, and it was probably the best time of employment that I had during university. Quite luckily, I also found a job before I actually graduated. I work with a company called Block Solutions, and they provide IT solutions and services to accounts in the healthcare field. I'm in a similar sort of role, except it's got more responsibility, so I manage a number of accounts and progress all the deals and everything that goes through. And I'm learning so much, and with the backing of GE, I've been able to start at a level higher than I should have, in fact, and that's all down to me having experience from a placement year with the University of Brighton.